Thursday evening, third Thursday of each month. We are here sharing about Kangen water. We changed our water in 2013, and it changed our lives. So welcome to everyone watching on Facebook. I know we had quite a few people saying you were gonna join. Feel free to type in the comments so that Joseph can read the questions and comments to us. It's in the group California Wellness ERW, so invite your friends. So I'm Debbie Carlson, and so thankful you're here today. Kangen changed our lives. So I was a very worried mother, so I can relate to moms out there. Are there any moms out there? Yeah. So I was so worried, and I was doing everything I knew to do to help my kids when they were younger. And when we got Kangen water, it changed our lives. It really did. It just changed us. And it's also, I wanted to put this photo up because not just my kids now and their spouses, but also my mom. The things we did to help our family have helped so many people, thousands of families now. We had things like sleep issues. If I could say, I did not sleep well before. And now I sleep so well. You guys, there is a problem with sleeping well. Do you know what it is? You can drool. It's if you're sleeping, I know that's gross, but don't worry, you'll have your Kangen machine, you can spray 2.5, sanitize your face, I wash my pillows and everything, but when you sleep well, you sleep well. It's so good, it's the best thing. I was very fatigued, so I would not have driven down here, taken an hour to drive down in the traffic to do this presentation at our Magic Golf Club here in East Lake, because I was so tired. I wanted a nap. Can you guys relate? I mean, I would look at my bed, and I just want to sleep almost every day. Every day I did. I wanted to take a nap. I also, Joseph had migraines. So we've been married 30 years, and he has not had a migraine since we got our Kangen machine.
That's right.
That's so huge. I mean, we weren't crazy about water until we started seeing what it did for our family. Food sensitivities, when your body's balanced, we'll talk about how Kangen is helping you balance, you're not as extreme on allergies. You'll notice that. I was just at a house with 2 cats and 2 dogs, and I started feeling my nose drip a little bit, but nothing. I mean, like, the allergies are almost obsolete. So the other thing is breathing issues. If you guys have ever noticed, like, someone having asthma, how scary that is. Come on in. We have not had that in our home since we invested in this technology in 2013. We have not needed to use the things that you breathe into. I'm not gonna, yeah.
Inhalers and all that.
Inhalers, I mean, yeah. And then also just thinning hair. We noticed our hair is thicker and trouble focusing. Those are just a few of the things, digestion issues. And we're going to talk about why these things really changed when we changed our water. So in 2013, when I invested in the ST501 Platinum, my husband was like, "What are you doing? You don't even like water." Well, we're going to talk today about how come I love water. And on this journey of looking for my family's health, I was certified in PEMF therapies. I was certified in at the time when I got the Kangen machine, they offered cellular certified molecular hydration specialists. I went through training with that, which I don't believe they offer anymore. And then as an integrated health practitioner, and then helping now with emotion code, and going to be phase 3 certified with Solex in subtle energy frequencies. So it's not just about Kangen. I want to see you healthy. I want to see your family healthy. But you want to know something? The foundation of all of this is water. It doesn't matter if you have good frequencies, if you're working on your emotions, if you're working on all these things, if you're changing your diet, if you're running marathons, if you don't have the best hydration. This is the foundation. And I'm so thankful to be 6A2-2 in Magic, and my husband's 6A, my daughter's almost 6A2, you're almost 6A2. We want to see people feeling better. And this water is like the easiest thing to do. Like, how many of you have so much trouble cooking and eating healthy, and you're just like, oh, let's go to Chick-fil-A tonight because it's too much, it's easier. You guys, when you have energy, when you feel better, when you change almost 70% of your body, almost 90% of your blood plasma to the best water, things become easier. You want to eat healthier. You feel better. I just got a text from someone. We installed their machine on Saturday in Laguna Hills, and he's like, I've already lost 5 pounds. I feel like my brain is clear. I mean, how exciting is that? Your body is mostly water. So if we look at your body and we kind of look at it and we're like, oh my goodness, is your body mostly medication?
No.
Mine isn't. No. In fact, there's not one cell in my body that is craving medication tonight, but I'm craving my water. I love this stuff. Those of you at home, get comfortable. Grab your Kangen water. If you don't have it, you can dream about it when you'll get it soon. So as a worried mom and as, trying to see what was working, I wanted to see who was living the longest. And if we look, do you guys think that the United States, that we're living the longest here? We're not. You guys, there are 45 countries that live longer than we do. What? Are you kidding? Cubans live longer than we do. You guys, you can look it up. It's so crazy, but Japanese have been #1 for a long time. Ever since I've been looking at this, they've been #1 for longevity. And wouldn't that mean success of living longer would leave clues? So I don't want to just do more of what's suggested or what an influencer says or what somebody tells me. I want to do what is successful. Wouldn't that make sense?
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining us, linking arms on this journey. I'm so thankful for our CEO, Mr. Oshiro, 81 years old. He'll be celebrating his 82nd birthday on March 17th. And his wife, and they're just so energetic. They have, don't you just see, they're glowing, right? They're just so healthy. And when you ask Mr. Oshiro his secret to his health and his youthfulness, he'll say, Kangen water. Drink your Kangen water. I'm not kidding you. It is the greatest thing, because how hard is that? I'm not saying, okay, do 25 sit-ups, 30 burpees, pull-ups. That's all great. I mean, I haven't done any of that in a long time. But the secret is drink Kangen water and have less stress. Okay, you guys, you can be drinking the water, but you gotta keep your stress levels down.
That's right.
You gotta let it go. It doesn't matter if you didn't dust the molding in your house today. Let it go. There are things, you know what, if people are going fat, just keep your stress down. And then the third thing is he says, eat a good diet and include Kangen ukon. I have had 10 today. I love that Kangen ukon. So how did this idea of Kangen water begin? I mean, did somebody just say, you know what, I'm gonna make an amazing beverage and just sell it? No, Mr. Oshiro, actually scientists looked in nature and they said, who's living the longest? What are these miracles people are reporting in Lourdes, France? Why do they call this the fountain of youth? Why do they call it holy water? And so the scientists said, wow, look at it. Let's look at what is different about it. And I guess it was Russians that started, and the Japanese, of course, perfected it. And we've been so thankful that Enagic has been since 1974, right? Isn't it 49 years?
Yeah,
49 years?
49 years.
So when we're looking at success leaves clues, we also want to look at, is this new? Is it something new? You guys, there's nothing new under the sun. I'm going to tell you right now, if somebody says I came up with a new something, it's not really new.
That's right.
Nothing new is being super created. It's matching nature, or they're discovering things. But I love how Kangen is taking what was found in nature in Lourdes, France, and they're looking at the abundance of active hydrogen, which is also, we call it antioxidant rich. It was alkaline with a high TDS. I just had one of our friends say, Debbie, I tested my Kangen water and it was a high TDS. I'm like, great, that's good. We don't want 0 TDS. we're not a machine. 0 TDS means there's no minerals in the water. Reverse osmosis, distilled water, that's not meant for us to drink. If you look at nature and look at our bodies, we need minerals, and we need to leave the minerals in the water. So a high TDS, you can also watch, what is it, Zac Efron's, have you guys seen that? There's some documentaries out there, and I like his seeing like what's different about the Icelandic water, all the minerals left in it. It also needs to be structured. So we're going to do demonstrations for all 3 of these and show you what's different about Kangen and the water in Lourdes, France compared to anything else out there. Alkaline without added minerals, abundance of active hydrogen, and microclustered or structured, super hydrating. There's different ways to describe this. So you guys, we can all just hop on a plane and go to Lourdes, France to get the water.
That's right.
How did that work in 2020?
Not so well.
And also we'll show how even if we went, monthly to get the water, it would be dead by the time we got it. So we are so grateful to be able to, with this patented Japanese technology, you can see it right over here, at the touch of a button, we can create 7 different pHs. Amazing, I love it. So the first test we're going to do is we want to see if our cells, if the water has energy. It's going to help us with our cellular voltage. So when we think about ORP, we're going to use a meter to test the potential to reduce oxidation in our body. So all of our cells, I'm going to have you fix this, Joseph. Sorry. All of our cells must have enough voltage to work properly or optimally. So chronic disease, which is something I learned with PEMF, was chronic disease is low voltage. I want you guys to think about that. When you have kids, they have a lot of energy. As we age, we become more tired, right? That's lower voltage. So any breakdown in electrical signals is a real problem. Kangen water has made the biggest difference in our energy. Thank you, Joseph. So we're going to test this using an ORP meter, testing the potential to reduce oxidation. But I want you to see this visual of this is rusting. We have blood. Our blood has iron in it, and that can rust, right? So we want to help slow oxidation. We want to slow oxidation like when you picture avocados or apples. That's something we want to slow the aging and slow that oxidation. The rusting process is basically free radicals, and oxidation occurs when one molecule steals an electron and turns a stable molecule into an unstable molecule or a free radical. Have you guys ever heard of autoimmune disease? Stealing. They say, oh, your body's attacking itself. Is it? Or do you have a lot of free radicals? Kangen water is an electron donor, and it's helping balance our cells. Healthy cells have an equal amount of positive and negative electrons. And to help us stay healthy, we want to flood our body with these negatively charged ions, with these free electrons, so that we help balance our body. So we're going to use the ORP meter like I told you, and negative, in this case, with this meter, negative is good for you. Now, negative is not a good attitude. I want you to have a positive attitude. But with Kangen, negative is good. This is an ORP chart, and we're testing if it's positive or negative. So you can see with our Kangen water, I actually can't read it. Can you read it for me?
Negative 600.
Wow, negative 600. Is it going next?
647 going up.
Yeah.
Wow, because the meter wasn't cleaned. So the higher the positive number, the worse it is for us. The higher the negative number, the better it is for us. So we're looking at this like green tea, vitamin C, cod liver oil, Kangen water are incredible. In fact, we just saw Kangen water test off the chart. Off the chart, good for you. Now we're going over here to something that is using the same words that we use in our studies. It says ionized alkaline water. There are studies on true ionized alkaline water, which is our Kangen water. It should be negative. Does this test negative or positive?
Positive.
Positive. So it's an oxidant.
Positive 150, and going up 170,
Wow.
180.
80, 83, 84,
Wow.
5 and
Yeah.
6,
So higher. And then the smart water,
216.
wow. So it's distilled water with added minerals. A lot of people say, oh, I want to do distilled water and then I'll add minerals. That's what they're doing here. It's a positive.
214.
I would still be wanting a nap every day. How about Arrowhead?
245.
Positive.
Positive.
Positive. Sparklets, home delivery,
242, 43.
positive.
Positive.
Kirkland, now this is a good deal, right?
3, 215.
A good deal to start storing. Okay, and then,
Holy cow.
393. Wow.
wow, this is so high of an oxidant because we exhale carbon dioxide, right? And that's very acidic and it's very oxidizing. I don't want to be drinking carbonated beverages. I want to be drinking H2O.
450.
Wow.
Crazy. Okay, we can keep going like soda pop, sports drinks, all that. No, we want to stick with the one and only patented star of the show,
600. Negative 16,
Woohoo!
16, 17.
Kangen water. I love it. So, those of you on our Facebook, feel free to drop a comment. You know, if you've tried this before, if you felt more energy, if you slept better, we'd love to hear. But what I want to point out here is some people listen to this information and they say, oh, I found the same thing. No, this is patented. You have one of a kind of Kangen. And the other thing they say is, oh, I'll find a negative charge. A very wonderful doctor that refers a lot of people to us. She got a machine that had a negative charge. It was $8,000. She gave it to me because it didn't pass the other tests and she didn't feel the benefits. She didn't get the hydration, the third test. It totally failed. So just because something says it's hydrogen rich and has a negative charge does not mean it's Kangen water. We have to do all three. We have to know the whole picture. So alkaline. I bet you guys came thinking we were going to talk about alkaline water, right? That's usually when people come. They're like, oh yeah, I drink alkaline water. As you're going to see, as you just saw, it's more than alkaline. And I could stop here. How many of you already know? Yeah, I want to get a Kangen machine just from this. We could stop. You know, sometimes we'll be in someone's home and they'll be like, okay, we don't need to see anymore. It just happened. So we want to see if something acidic or alkaline. And when you think about your body, your blood is mostly water. Your blood is alkaline. Your blood is 7.365 approximately, and your body is going to do everything it needs to do to keep your blood alkaline. So it will actually pull alkalining minerals, right, from other areas of your body. Calcium, magnesium, potassium. It's going to steal. We talked about stealing with electrons, but it's going to steal with your minerals if you're drinking and eating things that are highly acidic. Unless, what's that? Your stomach acid. Unless you just ate your food, you put the food in your mouth, your stomach should be producing HCl. Healthy person starts producing HCl. You start eating it, your body needs HCl. Only hydrochloric acid, which is super acidic, it only needs it when you're eating food. If you haven't eaten in the last 45 minutes, you're not producing HCl. So the best time, and we even have studies, you can drink it even during your meals. You just read that.
Yeah.
But the very, very best time to drink large amounts of water is in between meals. With Kangen, we're not actually going to affect your HCl, and I'll demonstrate that. So when we're looking at waters, remember we said we don't want a list of ingredients. It's very key that we're not having things added to the water, because then you could have the potential of over-alkalizing. Then you could have the potential of building up, kidney stones or things that are added to the water that can be problematic.
Yep.
That's why we want the whole truth out there, not just a little piece. You guys got to keep coming, keep learning. We'll add in more information. Wow, last night Joseph was reading studies at 10 at night. It's fun for us. We're kind of geeks, but it's okay. So this is super super fun. This is fun to do with kids, this is fun to do with adults because we want to just see pH. Some people will test their swimming pool and they care about their swimming pool because it's expensive and they don't want anything to go wrong with it, right? But your body, what you are putting in your body, can I plead with you? This is more important than your swimming pool or your backyard or if you flooded in your backyard. This is more important. We're gonna put pH drops in here. If it tests like a yellow-green, it's 10 times more acidic than neutral. Green is neutral, so 7 pH. It's neither acidic nor alkaline. If we go down here, a 5, a 4, a 3, this is like a Richter scale. Those of us in California know what Richter scales are. And we do not want to have something 10,000 times more acidic than neutral. It's going to be harder for our body to produce, to work better. It's going to have to work harder, you know, and if we're drinking things that are 8 or 9, that's going to pH of blue or purple, that's going to be easier on our body to stay balanced, to find that homeostasis that we're talking about. So, are you ready for this part? This is pH drops. So we're going to go quickly. We're just going to put a few drops in each cup and then I'll stir them. And it's going to be shocking to see that Kangen water is the star of the show. Again, acidic, acidic, neutral, acidic, slightly alkaline, acidic, alkaline with additives. Oh my goodness, are you guys shocked by any of this? Did you have any idea that these energy drinks would be highly oxidizing and highly acidic? Crazy. I mean, it looks so nice. Look at the star. Yeah, and when you're sitting at the table and you have this, you know, you look like, no, you guys, bring your Kangen water to your restaurants. Let the restaurant know, hey, this is what I want to drink.
Right.
You know, they need to get it in every restaurant. What is so crazy, you guys are want to keep your eyes on this. Because when you start drinking Kangen water, even if you've been drinking these things that seem maybe neutral, even though we found out this is Los Angeles city water too.
Well, now they say they changed it. Now they say it's 4 different springs, but they don't know which one it came from.
Okay, so this now is not, we're geeking out about this, right? It used to be from Los Angeles, but I think people pointed it out. So now it's from 4 different springs, but we don't know which one.
Yeah.
But it is testing alkaline. Here we have alkaline because there's additives. But even if you're drinking this and you start drinking Kangen, you're gonna feel the energy and you're gonna see that change in alkalinity. This is why our daughter, when we first got our Kangen unit, and she was breathing, difficulty breathing and wheezing, and I went and got a glass of Kangen water, and look what happened. She's like, I don't need the treatment. I don't need the nebulizer.
That's right.
I'm gonna be fine. She hasn't used it in almost 10 years since we got the machine. How about this? Your headaches, right? We were like, wow. So many people, they'll be like, I feel like I'm getting a headache. And then they start drinking the water. They're like, I feel a lot better. Wow, it could be that. It is. You guys, when you do it with your pets, it's great because there's no placebo effect, right? With animals or kids, the kids love it. So what's something else people have noticed? Gout or acid reflux. You guys think about acid reflux. You know, it's kind of like a key word in there, acid. So if you have with alkaline, that's what they used to give us, was Tums or things like that. What if you just changed your water? And that's what we've seen, so many people, hundreds of families changed. So we changed our water, it changed our life. Some people, I want you to keep an eye on Mr. Pellegrino, because he has made a lot of tough choices. Maybe had a lot more medications, maybe not eating as well, maybe having a lot of soda pop. And when he tried the water, his body tried, but it's gonna take longer. It's gonna take longer for him. And maybe he'll just have a little bit of improvement and he's not gonna see the results we've seen, but he'll have something. He'll have a little bit better quality of life when you're more hydrated, less acidic, and less oxidation. This person, you guys, wow. It's not even, like I can't even, do you guys see any change?
Nothing.
Okay, so it's still good to drink it. Okay, this is the most important part, is when you're switching to Kangen, I want you to really look at your whole body and look at what you're eating, look at what you're drinking, and try to set these things aside. Have you seen this part before? Have you seen this where we added in? When you start eating things and drinking things that are highly acidic, what happens is you can actually affect. This is, wow, like this one is 10,000 times. These are 10,000 times more acidic than neutral.
It's a cap full.
Your body is mostly water,
Crazy.
so try to set these highly acidic, especially sugary and food coloring and carbonation, set them aside. Let your body see if you don't start craving Kangen and start actually being repulsed by some of the things that are really acidic. Is that fascinating? I love it. It's so fun. I'm not even tired of it after 10 years. It's like I could do this every day. So, wow. Are there more friends on Facebook? Any questions coming up?
I don't have any questions. We got Lorenzo watching. We got
Yay.
Crystal watching. We got
Wonderful.
Karen, Glenna.
No questions yet, right?
No questions at all.
Okay.
Jan saying she loves her water.
Yay. Lorelai. Okay, so this
Yep,
one, you
Lorelai's
guys, I want you to see. Okay, I'm going to redo that one. Look at the raisins on this. Okay, how do I go back to that? If your body is mostly water, and you think about your skin is your largest organ, right?
Yeah.
And if you're going to show visibly dehydration, but you're also going to show internally when you're dehydrated. So this next test, we're going to see how well you're hydrated, because just a dehydration of 3% can cause an 18% decline in muscular power, a 70% increase in perceived fatigue, and a 12% decrease in reaction time. Even if we're not athletes, like Tom Brady, can you believe he's still playing?
No, it's crazy.
You guys, if you look at it look it up, he has been drinking Kangen water so long. I don't know, he has the same SD51 platinum we've seen in his videos. That's what I want. I want to be feeling better. I want my loved ones, my friends, my family to be feeling better, to have faster reaction time.
Yeah.
When you drop something, to be able to catch it. Not just, we're not football players, but Dr. Batman says you're not sick, you're thirsty. So don't treat thirst with medication. If you're dehydrated, the inside of your cell can't do what it really is designed to do. We want to be having microclustered water so that the water can get inside your cell. We're going to do a little demonstration of this. When you're drinking bulk water, which will show how all of these are bulk water, they're going to only be hydrating you about 15 to 17%. They actually can't get inside your cells to hydrate you very well. With Kangen, when you turn on your faucet and the water goes through the high-grade double carbon filter and it passes over the 7 or 8 plates, it's able to break up the clusters of water molecules with this patented technology so that it can get inside your cells, just like throwing marbles through a chain link fence. Just like if we were to throw tennis balls, right, they would just kind of bounce off. And that's what happens. I just talked to someone last night who said, when I drink my water, I'm running to the bathroom all the time. It's bulk water. It's not even getting inside her cells. She basically drinks it, and a little bit's hydrating, and the rest is going right through her. You guys, you're gonna see why you wanna switch to Kangen, not just because of the antioxidants. Don't forget the meter, not just because of the alkalinity, but because of this. You have aquaporins in your body, in your cells, and they're plumbing, it's a plumbing system for your cell. Microclustered is going to allow you to be hydrated at the cellular level so you're not throwing your money away. Do you know how much money we were wasting on supplements, on nutrition? How many of you take supplements? Yeah, we were taking a lot, but we were throwing our money away because we were dehydrated. So think about it. If you have one Kangen unit, and they range from $29.80 up to $49.80, but if you were just drinking Dasani for how many years is that? 15 years. You'd be just throwing your money away. on water that is not hydrating you, that is not getting inside your cells, and it's leaving you oxidizing. So when we switched, and I'm excited to show you this test, to the SD501 Platinum, we have not needed in 10 years to buy plastic bottles, except for demos. But you guys, it's endless. Isn't it crazy? Have you guys walked into these stores and seen there's a whole, you guys, the real estate inside these stores is given to bottled water. This is an environmental disaster. People have to speak up. One little machine like this is replacing mountains of plastic,
That's right.
mountains of wasted. If we care, people say, oh, I care about the environment. Get a Kangen machine. Then I'll know you really care. Because you're also going to feel so much more. Remember we talked about less stress? The next pandemic, even like the last one, everyone who had their Kangen machine, peace of mind. I don't have to go get sanitizers, cleaners, bottled water. Don't buy toilet paper on Amazon. I got these toilet paper, it was like little tiny rolls, it said there were 12 of them. But, people do that with Kangen machines too. They're like, oh, I found something the same as like some cheap little thing. But with Kangen, true Kangen machines, you are gonna be so grateful you have it, because before Kangen, we were adding to the problem. Since Kangen, we've helped thousands of people stop this craziness. It is craziness. I mean, I knew when it first hit. Do you guys know when bottled water first came out? You're like, nobody's gonna do that. And now we see microplastics in babies, microplastics in people. I love the true solution is Kangen water. Top athletes have kept it as their secret. Thankful that years ago we were able to learn from Shan Stratton, who for 17 years he helped top athletes with nutrition and enzymes. When he introduced them to Kangen, they had a legal advantage. And now we know a lot of the top athletes have Kangen. Celebrities, they're not paid to endorse it. They're paid to endorse whatever. So I am so grateful for the ones we saw on the internet, holding their machine, excited about their machine, or in their trailer. They're not paid to endorse it. I am so grateful. Oh, you guys, we gotta talk about the beauty water too. But before that, can I just talk to you about the hydration? Or should we do beauty water? Let's do hydration. I got ahead of myself. We'll go back. Remember that chain link fence a while ago? That represents your skin, your organs, your brain. This tea bag is going to represent the chain link fence. So if you think about your skin, your organs, if we need to get water inside the cells to make the cell function better, a dehydrated cell can't produce the right amount of melatonin, serotonin, whatever, pancreatic, whatever cell it is, it has a specific function. If it's dehydrated, it's going to be struggling to do the optimal function. So if we can start with the foundation of hydration and see how well it hydrates us. So we're going to just try making tea with Kirkland water, which is such a good cheap bottle here. And what we're seeing here is I didn't heat the water, so it's bulk water. It's too big to get inside the cells of the tea. With this one, Sparklets, we're gonna try to see if we can make tea. Do you guys get what I'm showing here? What we're trying to demonstrate is if you're drinking things that are too big, they're bulk waters and they're too big to get inside your cells, you're gonna have thirsty cells. You're gonna have dry skin. Wow, my husband said in the first, 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years
First 2 years of having our Kangen machine, it paid for itself in lotions and dermatologist stuff. Because I was like, what's wrong with my skins? I've had no reoccurrence of crazy skin things like skin cancer and stuff. So I'm so thankful for hydration. So can you see what's happening here? We're trying to make tea without heating the water. Now Kangen is gonna hydrate us really well because the structure of the water is broken up. Even though this one says it's alkaline ionized water, it's bulk water, it's oxidizing, and it has additives. So with Kangen, I'll put the water in, and you guys keep your eyes on this. 1, 2, 3 dips.
Crazy.
Is that crazy? This is the same tea bag. If we go down here to Pellegrino, let's see how well this is hydrating us. Leaving us completely dehydrated. And even if we go down here to Propel or any sports drink, it's gonna leave you dehydrated. Do you guys, are you fascinated? Isn't it crazy? Oh my goodness, so we're sitting here buying all this money, spending so much money on supplements, and really what we need to do is change our water. I'm gonna do one more and see if it works, because I haven't done it after it's absorbed all that Propel. See if it still works. Wow, it does.
It's crazy.
Crazy. I love it. It's the best water ever. So we're gonna see if there's any Kangen water or any green tea or any of your supplements in these things. Because you know how I just kind of dipped it a little bit? Maybe I didn't dip it very long enough, but no, there was green tea in there. My body just couldn't use it. And I was just having expensive urine. So over here, same thing. I was taking all that stuff. I mean, I know people who sit down and take supplements. You know this person for an hour every night. Sits there taking her supplements. Crazy. No. Change your water. Change your water. Change your water to Kangen. And please set aside these things that are so acidic, so dehydrating, so oxidizing, so that you can let your body have the opportunity to live more optimally and healthier and happier. Isn't it cool? I love it. Thank you for coming tonight. It's so fun. And we also have beauty water. So I like to have it in a spray bottle with me, and you can just mist it. It's like a toner, right? We like to usually have people try it on one hand and then compare. So when you do your next booth, people come up and say, hey, I have this beauty water, it's a toner, just do one hand. And then say, come back and let me see the comparison. They'll feel it, they'll see it, it's awesome. Then we have the strong acidic water. I love this water. It's so great. You can use it as a mouthwash. Now, we're talking about sanitizing, right? So if you saw all those things going by, like Clorox and blah, 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 and you thought about using those as a mouthwash, gross, you would die, right? It's poisonous, but not our 2.5. I carry it, okay, so I have this by every bathroom sink. I have it in my purse. I love this. It's antibacterial, it's a disinfectant. I literally just had a cut on my finger that healed like within 20 minutes. It was like, where did it go? I honestly don't know where it is, but it was bleeding. Mouthwash, which is really great. I love 2.5. I want you to hear from Dr. Horst Filzer, our medical director, what 2.5 does.
Put it on wounds, it kills the germs, but does not damage tissue. And we have hardcore evidence that 2.5 pH water, Kangen water, kills every known bacteria on this planet.
Yeah, and I cropped it there, but he went on to say including virus and spores. So we want to be sure that your machine is clean. So we can't say that it will do that if you haven't cleaned your machine, if you don't have a good filter, if you don't have your electrolysis enhancer. So you need to make sure your machine is clean every month. Do your cleaning, do your deep cleaning. Make sure you have a good filter, and make sure, what was the other thing? The electrolysis enhancer, which is salt water. But when you are doing all that, you are able to produce the most amazing HOCl. The studies are under HOCl, hypochlorous acid. We use it on our, Joseph loves doing the grow. In 30 seconds, it can kill E. coli, salmonella. Now we're switching to 11.5. 11.5 is incredible. It's like a veggie wash, but it, a degreaser, makeup remover, laundry cleaner. Again, you can use it in your toothbrush. Can I just show you 11.5 because it is like so awesome. 11. Are you guys using 11.5?
Yeah.
Oh man, it is like if you open my kitchen sink, if you like open the cabinet, would you expect to see chemicals normally? Not under mine. I have 5 gallons of 11.5. I have a spray bottle of 2.5. I do have dishwashing detergent and hand soap. But other than that, you know, it's really changed our need for all of the things we just clean with water. I'm gonna show you why. It's so cool. When you have your Kangen machine, when it gets delivered, we want to walk you through setting it up and using the waters. I don't like hearing that you're not using the waters, so don't tell me. Tell me, yeah, I'm using the beauty water, I'm using the 2.5, I'm using the 11.5. And what we're going to do here is show you that when you're cleaning your produce, did that show you how they're spraying our fields? Did we come to that one yet? A lot of our fields are being sprayed. Look at that, is that crazy? With chemicals, carcinogens, hormone disruptors, neurotoxins. They put danger signs. People are wearing masks and things, hazmat suits, and that's what they want us to eat. Are you kidding me? We were gonna usually show the ones from Trader Joe's, but they were completely out of heavenly tomatoes. So we're gonna go to these Nature Sweet tomatoes. Anything that's not organic, and even organic, will have pesticides on it. So I want you guys to see, I'm gonna wash one of these cups with 11.5 and one with tap water. And we brought our delicious tap water from Scripps Ranch. Aren't you guys excited I brought that to share? So what we're gonna do here is show you that our tap water cannot wash off oil-based pesticides. Can your tap water break up oil? No, oil and water don't mix. But with your Kangen, with your patented technology, you're gonna be able to get the pesticides. 85% of oil-based pesticides you'll be able to remove from your produce. With the mighty 8-plate anti-oxidizer, you're gonna be able to make, well, any of our Kangen machines. You're gonna have the best coffee, the best tea, you're gonna have more energy. Your plants, you're gonna have the best plants in the neighborhood. Your pets will love it, and your food will taste great. It's amazing. While we're waiting for that to just wash for a second, I just want to highlight the SD501. It's $39.80. The SD501 Platinum is $42.80, and the K8 is $49.80, as well as our under-the-counter unit. What's so incredible is that each one of these is going to be able to make 7 different waters, 7 different pHs. You're going to be able to hook up and have them be portable. You can hook it up at a hotel like we did here, or you can have a separate ionizer faucet, or you can have an under-the-counter unit, which I know you love, keeping the counter space clean. If you're already spending money on bottled waters, filtered waters, skincare, you're paying for a Kangen machine. You just don't own it yet. Bottled water, veggie washes, facial toners, glass cleaners. What we realized is we were just endlessly spending. What? I heard about Kangen in 2009 and I didn't buy it. I heard it about again in 2010, I didn't get it. 11, 12, I didn't buy it till 2013. All those years, I was paying for my machine. I just didn't own it. I didn't have the tax benefits. I didn't have the benefits of our health and our family. But that's why I'm passionate. If we can teach people now, they're not going to be doing what we did. Imagine 15 years. The units are meant, now we can say last 25 to 30 years, which is incredible. Which one's expensive? Let's show here how we have the oil, right? We have the toasted sesame oil. We have 11.5 water, and we have our bottled tap water. So tap water is going to demonstrate what we already know. Oil and water don't mix. The 11.5 Kangen water can break up oil-based pesticides. Isn't that cool? Do you see that? It can break up oil. This is why it works for carpet cleaning. This is why it works for so many things. If you think about what you're already using, detergents, basically they're meant to break up oil. How much more green can you go than 11.5? Those of you who already have your Kangen unit, to get your 11.5 nice and strong, fill the containers to the top. I end up using glass a lot, but plastic is good too, but be sure it's nice and sealed. put the hose really high and run the water slowly so that you can get the strongest 11.5. And it's gonna do this. Now when I'm just doing my produce, I don't do it quite as much, but it's amazing. So what we're gonna do here is see what came off of the tomatoes that were washed with tap water, and then the tomatoes washed with Kangen 11, or did I mix it up? This was tap water. So 11.5 versus tap water. Crazy. Sometimes it's even more obvious.
Oily.
Yeah. So even Saturday when we were at our client's house, they were like, oh my word, this is such a great difference in flavor, even though we could not see this.
And they did blueberries. And
They did
blueberries,
blueberries.
It was incredible, the flavor difference.
It was so awesome. So what we want to show is that our tap water has chemicals in it. Is that a surprise? Are you surprised that your tap water has chemicals in it? No! And then we'll try our Kangen. So what I'm going to use is orthotolidine, which is used in forensic testing. It's not just used to test chlorine. And what we want to do is put in some drops. So again, this is our tap water, that's our Kangen water. If these waters turn yellow, then they're going to show the chemicals in our water. Oh my goodness, when you drink Kangen, it tastes so fresh and so clean and so delicious. Again, when we were installing Saturday up in Laguna Hills, they were like, I just want to keep drinking more. Like they had never even tasted it. So we're kind of to the stage now where you guys don't need to do a water trial. The proof is out there. Everything is proven over and over again. You just gotta get it. You gotta get it and experience it and just enjoy it. And I'm getting more bold. In the beginning, I was like, oh, no, you guys need this. If you're watching this, it's not chance. You need this. This, you can't afford that. You can't afford to be drinking those chemicals and bathing in that. So if you imagine this as your skin, and we're gonna take onions, and we're gonna see how much your body absorbs from these onions. Like, the onion is also gonna represent your organic food. Do you guys smell these? They're super strong. They're organic onions. And so what we normally do is wash our organic produce in the water, tap water. So this is tap water, and if you just went to the farmer's market and you washed your produce, your organic, expensive, hand-picked, locally grown produce in your tap water, you're actually contaminating it with your tap water. You no longer have an organic onion. The chemicals are being absorbed into your produce. The chemicals get absorbed into your skin if you're soaking your body in tap water. This is huge. For this alone, you guys, get your Kangen unit. It's like the best thing. It is. It really is. Do you guys see that? The chemicals that were in the water went immediately into the organic produce. We gotta stop that. Did we cover it all? Did we do it? I think we did. Enagic is an OEM, which stands for Original Equipment Manufacturer, which stands for we don't outsource. We don't outsource. We take pride. There's pride in the product. There's a serial number. We know that the product, even the box that you get, is made by Enagic. It's tested. It's inspected. A 48-year-old company, almost 49-year-old. Wow, I think I was 4 years old when they, 1974. I think that's about 4 years old, almost 5. Offices around the world. We're not some internet bait and switch company. No, this is solid. Look at the golf course here. Look at, this is solid. It's not going anywhere. They're only getting better. With these certifications, we're the only water ionizer, the only Kangen's the only one with the Water Quality Association Gold Seal. This is the oldest and most reliable third-party testing. So I know there's third-party testing, but then I also encourage test when your machine comes. Make sure it has purple water. Test it. They'll come with a tester. The ISO certifications, ANSI certifications. When you travel, you can actually travel with it. It's backed as a medical device in Japan. When you look at these devices, we've taken apart machines that people got baited, switched, duped, tricked into buying. We have about 6 or 7 of them that we've collected, and we found garbage on the inside versus the Kangen built to last. Again, the inside, the plates on the Enagic SD501 are solid 5 by 7 inch titanium and platinum plates. The hoses are medical grade hoses. They're made with the highest quality materials, with a braided internal liner with silver. And our Anespa. I love it. I love the Anespa. Do you guys have the Anespa?
Yeah.
Almost everyone, that's in the Enagic for a long term, they end up getting the Anespa, the Ukon, and the Kangen. It's a trifecta because we don't just want to have the best water, we want to be bathing and showering in the best. But can I tell you, those of you who have Kangen, you're not going to be absorbing as much chemicals as your counterparts who don't have Kangen yet. We've done this live, where if you put your hands in tap water and then someone else puts their hands in tap water, the person drinking Kangen doesn't absorb. They're like a wet sponge. They're hydrated. They're not going to absorb the chemicals the same way someone else would. I love our turmeric. It's amazing, the Kangen Ukon. If you haven't tried it yet, I'm going to send you home with a tea bag. You've tried the other one, but have you tried the tea?
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta send you home at least with a couple tea bags. And then grown in Japan, it's like the spring and autumn Ukon and turmeric and curcumin. So how do you get it? Wow, they're available now. They're shipping from Texas and they come through FedEx. And you can either order online, go to the person who added you to this group or who added you to this, this California Wellness group, and go to them and have them send you their link. When you click on their link, you're going to be able to just use your credit card. You can just use a debit card, credit card, and order it, and it will be shipped out very soon. Or if you want to do an in-house financing, that's also going to be available through their link. With the in-house financing is about 20% down, and the monthly payments. Oops, let me go back to that. Which one? Right here.